Hello everyone. So I wanted to come on here and share my personal journey over the last 12 months with seed retention. Now I know this number might sound pretty crazy to most people, guys specifically, but I honestly feel it's ridiculous. As society, we have normalized releasing our potent, most life-giving substance in our body just for simply pleasure and having fun. It's not cool, and it's taking away our power completely. And over this last 12 months, I've had breakthroughs in my life that most people on the outside just see as normal. For example, everything blowing up, my business, my relationships, everything, my music, everything just goes well. I've met and connected with people that I could never have even imagined. And I credit all of this to seed retention. And of course, this is just one piece of my lifestyle, but if I was not retaining my seed, I would have lost all my power. And I mean that because I remember very vaguely, because it's been a year, but I remember the feeling of when I would release, I would feel this like drainage of my energy, a lowering of my being. And you have to understand there is a reason in society that they want us as men to release our life essence. It drains us of our power and our life force. But more importantly, it drains us of our ability to create, not only on our purpose, but real, healthy, strong families, okay? Because people in these quick relationships, Tinder relationships, they're becoming weak people. They are lowering themselves by consistently giving into the sexual urges. Now, many of you guys know I'm a spiritual teacher as well. I teach meditation, breath work, and one of the things I've noticed with my clients as well is they all have breakthroughs similar to what I've had through seed retention, men of course. And it's because this is the most potent substance in your entire body, okay? Every single man on earth produces 100 to 300 million new sperm cells every single day. It takes 50 to 100 drops of blood to create one drop of semen. That is how potent the substance is. And let's not forget, when you were created, you were born from a seed, the semen. It was sprouted into the egg and it branched out like this into your nervous system, your central nervous system, and became you, who you are today. So this is quite literally the essence of your being. But it goes a little bit deeper, okay? As in society, they want to create weak men. They want us to release our essence consistently because it takes all of our power away. If we're constantly just releasing 100, think about it. If it takes 50 to 100 drops of blood, if you're losing 50 to 100 drops of blood, if you look up on Google right now, it says that it is healthy for a man to ejaculate 3 to 5 times a day. Is that right to lose? That is over 300 drops of blood that we are losing. But it's not just blood. That's the difference. Our seed carries a life code that carries energy, a message to DNA, because it actually carries the code to life. It carries DNA inside of it that sends messages to all of our cells. And when you release it, you ultimately lose a new energy and connection to everyone. Now, a lot of people see me in life and they see the things that I'm doing. I've blown up on social media. My business has done better than ever this past year. My relationships have opened up. New things in my life have opened up like never before. And honestly, I credit most of this to seed retention because I remember releasing my seed and feeling the life drain out of me. It's a horrible feeling to consistently lose all that energy, all of that life force. There's a very specific reason that they are promoting porn in our kids, in our phones, everywhere. They want to sexualize women, kids, everything is sexualized because they want to shift us into a lower state of being. When you are obsessed with sex, your sexual urges, you become animalistic. You go into survival because these are lower states of consciousness, guys. You have to remember, look, animals can eat, sleep, and have sex, but we are not just animals. As humans, we are divine beings, energy encapsulated in physical form. We are not just here to have sex and fuck ourselves. We are here to create and bring that essence out into the world. And when you retain your seed, you can feel the difference. Now, this year I've discovered some very interesting things about seed retention specifically. And one of those things is that when I'm talking to people, I have a new heightened awareness and ability to connect to each person that I'm talking to. Also, the way I see women has completely changed. What I noticed is that I would see women in a very animalistic way. You see, I would see women just as sexual creatures. I would see myself just as someone who wanted sex. And that's all I thought about when I saw a woman. But when I retained the seed over this last year, it's grown. I can see women as they are, and I can read people's energy to a new level. Now, of course, this is not all because of seed retention. I do implement spiritual practices into my life as I'm a spiritual teacher, and many of the practices I do go hand in hand with abstaining from seed retention, with abstaining from releasing the seed. But there's a very powerful system to our energy centers as well that no one is really talking about. When you are releasing sexual energy consistently on a daily basis that is lowering you. It's lowering your state of being, your level of consciousness, because it's not allowing you to act out of your heart. It's putting you in service to yourself, and it's just a constant flood of dopamine that is ruining the levels in your brain, making you depressed, making you dependent on pleasure, consistently fucking yourself over and over. Why do you think it's called that? So one of the things people don't realize as well is I teach Kundalini. Now, Kundalini yoga, a lot of people think this is bad because it's been demonized. All of the things that truly empower us in society have been demonized. Even meditation, people think that focusing on your breath is devilish, it's evil, because someone said so, the Christians, whatever. It's ridiculous. They want to demonize what empowers us as people. Because if you just sat with yourself, if you tried seed retention, you would see as a person how these practices would affect your state of being, how they would affect your relationships, how they would affect your financial system, your ability to focus, how you interact and see people in the world, and how you move, how much energy you have, and the list goes on and on. So as a teacher, my goal is not to tell you anything. Of course, I'm sharing my experience truly, honestly, but as a teacher, my job is to show and lead you to have your own experience so you can see the benefits truly, because speaking words are words, but if you try this yourself, you will see the difference. You will see the benefits. One of the keys to awakening Kundalini and raising this energy up the energy centers, up your spine, is to abstain from sexual pleasure and releasing. And as you do this, you will notice a new life force, a vibrance. Because think about it. If that seed went into a woman, which is what it's meant to do, it would create a baby. Now, if that goes into you, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to create more inner child, inner vibrance, inner youth inside of you. And this is exactly how I feel every single day. I mean, I cannot even tell you, every single day, ever since I've started seed retention, I feel this drive inside of me. It feels amazing. I feel a feeling inside my stomach when I wake up, like I am ready to go. I'm ready for life. And more than that, I feel connected to the life around me instead of disconnected and contracted. And this is because what I've realized is as you retain the seed, your magnetic field as a human, your energetic field expands. Now, I know this isn't going to make sense to most people because our logical mind tries to make sense of everything, but there are some things you just have to experience for yourself. And if you try this as a man, you will see the power and benefit beyond your logical mind. Things will start to click. You will feel better. You will see things will open up in your life that you just can't explain, okay? So all I'm asking is give it a shot, okay? And you have to ask yourself, why in society are they showing porn to kids? I have 70% of children seeing porn by the age of 12. You notice, because they want to lower us as people. They want to poison our youth with indoctrination. They want to over-sexualize us as humans and make us think that we are just animals. And that's not true. We are divine beings and we came here to create. And you must feel the power of your life essence, because if you don't, you are not living. Another thing to note, relationships that tend to be more focused on having sex than doing other things in the world tend to be lower quality relationships, because instead of actually creating and experiencing life, you're just using each other's bodies for masturbation. Now, this is not sex. True sex is intimate. True sex has connection. And let me tell you, most people in society, 99%, are not having real sex. They're just using each other's bodies. And if you notice, every single time in a relationship when a man releases his seed, The man always falls asleep first. This is because he's losing his life force. He's losing his essence, guys. The sex industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They don't want this getting out because it would empower us as people. And when a man releases his seed in a relationship consistently, the aura of the people is dimmed. It is weakened. And you can measure this with Kirlian photography. If the seed is retained and intimacy is there, then the aura is brightened. There is new vibrance in a relationship instead of it being weakened. But remember, I'm here to just show you the facts. You don't have to listen to me. Go try this for yourself and watch your life start to change. Watch your relationships open up. Watch your energy levels rise, and just watch how good you feel.